So I did have another video planned that I decided not to do because I'm just like not feeling it today. This happens to me where every now and then, or more than every now and then, I just get like really foggy. Like my brain just gets really foggy, and I'll just be trying to like put together ideas and sentences and it comes out slower than I want it to, or like I'm just like not able to remember or link ideas together and like follow a coherent... See? So I decided, instead of like straining my depressed ass brain, I was just gonna vlog. But everything's fine. Like, I know how to handle myself at this point. I'm just like, oh, I'm depressed. Let's work on it. I decided, instead of doing what I want to do, which is laying in bed watching TV, I was going to do something a little bit more creative, a little bit more involved and active. Since I'm feeling a little down, I thought I was going to make myself a nice little dinner and see if I can cheer myself up. And I hope he likes it. I went grocery shopping a little earlier today because I was gonna... Okay. Yes, that was an empty ice tray, but I live alone, so let me be toxic with myself. I can kind of feel when like these blues are coming on. I've been trying to be a lot more proactive, or I guess reactive would be the better word, and just like make healthier decisions for myself instead of, you know, like staying in bed and just letting it all happen. And if that means I'm not doing the video that I like wanted to do today, that's okay. I am a 25-year-old adult, and I'm just proud of myself for getting up and doing something. I'm just obsessed with the fact that I'm 25 years old. I think that's so fucked up. I'm doing a 25 things I learned in 25 years video. As I just told you, it didn't really work out. So do you guys want to watch me prep some dinner? If not, you have all the power in the world to click away. Cheers! For dinner tonight, I got a steak because since moving to Chicago, I rarely ever have steak. So this is like a really special thing. This is one of my favorite meals to make. I'm just doing something like nice for myself. So I have a New York strip, and this isn't gonna be like a cooking video, but this is gonna be like, I'm walking you through what I do. I'm gonna make the marinade right now. Garlic, olive oil, salt. Let me try that again. Garlic, olive oil, salt, pepper, lime. I think that's it. So I have this thing, which has been like the greatest thing ever. I hate touching garlic only because it stays on your hands for so long, and I just like can't wash it out. So then you just put the garlic in there, roll it, then it comes out completely naked. Your papers, your documentation is in there. I have like 4 cloves of garlic, because you really can never have too much garlic. It's just, even times when I know I went overboard on the garlic, it's still like, you really... So it's a little garlicky. Boo-hoo. And I'm also gonna do some extra cloves of garlic because I'm gonna make one of my favorite things, which is like a smashed potato. Clean as you go. Something that took me a very long time to learn and master. Still not mastered. I am a messy chef. So I have my garlic right here. Say hi, guys. Hi, team. A knife. Reach right past you guys. So sorry. So sorry. Pardon my rich. There's no room in this apartment for anything. I'm gonna take 2 of the bigger cloves of garlic and I'm just gonna mince it. I don't have a gallon bag. That would have been useful. Yeah, like I said, I'm not trying to do like an instructional like cooking video. I was gonna cook anyway, and I figured, why not talk to a camera while I do that? Right now, I'm just punching holes in my steak with this fork. I didn't used to do it like this, but my ex-roommate would, so I just kind of copied him. It's easier than pulling out like a meat tenderizer and then making a ton of noise because these walls are like paper thin. The idea is like making it a little more tender, but also making sure those flavors in your marinade are permeating the meat. What's next? What's next, guys? What? Come on. So I'm gonna do this in... So just clean this bowl, and I'm just gonna put the steak in there and let it marinate. Olive oil, probably enough. Salt. Now, I know this isn't exactly true. Somehow I have it in my brain that you can never over salt a marinade. I wanna say I learned that on MasterChef, but they were talking about something different. They were talking about a rub. So anyway, the skills are transferable, we'll say. Salt, pepper. Sorry if you guys don't like metal sounds. I've never truly been like affected by that. But what I do hate is when people like scrape their bowls when they're done with their meal. I'm all for not wasting food, but you're done, dude. Got some lime, so we're gonna do kind of a limey, cilantro-y marinade. Just roll the lime to it. Loosen it up a little bit. Juicer. 1 lime should be enough. I got 2 anyway, so if anyone wants a lime, let me know in the comments below. Giveaway. The way I think of it, as long as you rinse it right after you use it, you don't have to wash it. Put that on my tombstone in approximately 2 weeks when I die of a bacterial infection. Now we're gonna go for cilantro. You can never have too much cilantro, so I just kind of like rip that off as horribly as you'd like to, and then just the sharper your knife, the crisper the taste in a marinade. I think it's 1 part acid, 1 part oil. If not, it doesn't really matter. You're not eating it. And that's my marinade. It smells fine. It's a lot of cilantro. It's like a lot of cilantro. Pick up my steak like a heathen, drop it right in the bowl. And then make sure I get it all covered. I'm gonna swim it around a little bit. The rule that I like to follow with marinade is minimum 30 minutes, maximum 3 hours. And we're gonna let that sit, and I'll talk to you guys in a sec. And we just bye. Look, I don't mean this in an edgy way, because I know that this has like been super hilarious to say lately, but I am having just the biggest issue with being perceived by people, and I think a lot of it is that I'm starting a new job, and like thinking about it is really weird, and it gets me really freaked out. You're sitting with these people that you really have no choice but to get to know, and then through just like talking and conversation, they slowly know you, and you know them, and I've been struggling with like how I'm being perceived. Not necessarily that I'm self-conscious or worried that I'm coming off the wrong way, just this overwhelming feeling of like I'm not in control of what people think about me, and I'm in this little society of like 6 people sitting at a desk all day, and these people are knowing me. Freaks me out. So I think right now my social battery is just like really low, and that kind of manifests itself in like me just having like kind of a foggy brain and not being able to have like coherent thoughts. And so I'm just really at a point where even just scrolling through like Twitter or Tumblr, I just want everyone to stop existing. I'm tired of being perceived, and I'm tired of performing, because like life, socially, you are performing. Man, I'm so tired. I want a break. Where's the intermission, you know? I'm not saying anything important at all. Like, take everything that I'm saying with a grain of salt. I'm not trying to be edgy or annoying, but like I really just like want the world to go away for just a second. Okay, so potatoes. So I just have this bag, variety pack. I think you get something like 4 commons, 2 uncommons, and a rare. And a trainer card, but it's usually an energy. Extremely toxic of me, but I'm not gonna rinse them off because I'm just gonna boil them. Again, write it on my tombstone. Got my pot, fill it with some water. I'm gonna let them soak for a second. I don't know if that does anything. I don't know if that's good or bad. I just remembered that it's only 1:30 and I'm starting to move a little too fast, so I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Are you ever so bored? You don't even feel like doing anything, you just feel like waiting for the day to be over? I do, and I am. I'm having my 3rd cup of coffee, hoping if I am caffeinated, my molecules will start vibrating so fast that I move through the day with extreme speed. I'll let you know how it works out. I'm just gonna start on the potatoes. Why not, you know? And we're gonna turn her on high. That's really it. That's the instruction. It's working out really great. I'm having a really great day. Thanks for asking. We're gonna have these potatoes boiling, and once they get fork tender, I'm gonna show you the next step. Yay, cooking! I also bought a bottle of wine. I also bought a bottle of wine, but obviously that isn't really needed right now. Talent. Take this off the heat, because you don't want to overcook them too much. You want them to just be like, just barely fork tender. Take your whale, and you put it on the lip of the pot. And I guess I never left her aside. And after love and loss and all the tears that I cried. You don't want them to take up the whole dish because you're gonna mush them slightly with a fork. So I usually take a ladle and then you just boop, like that guy right there. And that's what you're gonna end up with. Healthy amount of olive oil. Now the way I learned this recipe is with duck fat, and that's not exactly a very economical ingredient. Olive oil has been fine enough for me. You can mince it slightly. I usually just kind of like crush it and then just sprinkle it in, and then you just cook it slowly and let them kind of fry up, and they get really crispy and yummy. I forgot the most important part because it's common sense if you have ever cooked or enjoy flavor. Just always salt and pepper. Just, if I ever leave that out, just assume that I've salt and peppered already. No matter what you do, salt and pepper. I might be white, but that's it. That's the tweet. So I'm gonna do like 400. Okay, so I realize this is gonna be really annoying because now I have the oven going, so I'm just gonna make this really quick. I got some asparagus. I'm going to olive oil, salt, pepper, and a little bit of Parmesan. Just like a little bit, because I'm not a cheese person. You guys saw in my last video, the perfect spot. That was not on purpose. Bend it, and it snaps in the perfect spot. You don't need to cut off the ends. I'm just gonna lay this down in some foil, slap it in the oven with the with the potatoes, and keep this party rolling. All right, so I had to change into something a little less appropriate because the cool perk about living in this apartment, you turn the oven on for 3 minutes, and you are in a sauna. I always say, always have a cooking wine. Cheers. It's getting darker and I feel a little bit more relaxed because I feel like when you're having one of these like mopey days, it's nice when the sun actually goes down because you feel like you're not wasting the day as much. I'm starting to feel a little bit more relaxed and a little bit like where I'm supposed to be cooking dinner, and I remember at the beginning of the video where I was like, I'm gonna do something instead of just sitting in bed watching TV. That's really what I've been doing while I've been waiting for this to cook, but I feel like I'm doing something slightly productive. I genuinely don't even know if I'm gonna put this video up. I've just decided I'm gonna vlog. Potatoes are in, asparagus is in, I'm about to put the steak on in just a little bit, and then I will have a meal. Cheers.
So nice to finally meet her other friends.
I think for the first time in my life I got the asparagus like perfect. Please don't crucify me for this. I am using a non-stick pan because I don't feel like using a stainless pan and having to worry about washing it because, like I said, I'm sad and lazy today. Steak's cooking. I'm gonna sit down to dinner. Thank you guys so much for letting me talk to you while I cook, and this was of zero benefit to you whatsoever. Enjoy the sizzle of the steak as I sign off. Bye.